Red flags aren't just for dating. Welcome back to Mentor's Mindset. We always talk about red flags in dating, but let's be real. Toxic behavior doesn't just show up when you're looking for love. It can sneak into your friendships, your workplace, your business partnerships, even your group chats. And the scary part, sometimes we ignore these red flags because we think, oh, it's just their personality, or, maybe I'm overreacting. But ignoring toxic patterns can leave you emotionally drained, professionally stuck, or worse, questioning your own worth. Today, we're breaking it all down. The friendship flags, the coworker chaos, the professional pitfalls, so you can protect your peace and your future. Let's go. Let's start with friendships, because trust me, betrayal hits different when it comes from someone you thought had your back. Let's be real, some of the biggest heartbreaks in life don't come from romantic relationships, they come from friendships. Friendships are supposed to be your safe space, your emotional pit stop, the people who know your weirdness, your dreams, your scars, and love you anyway. But sometimes that friend is the person draining you the most. Here are 5 red flags in friendships that we too often ignore, but really shouldn't. Number 1, if you're always the one reaching out, always the one listening, always the one showing up, while they disappear until they need something, that's not friendship, that's emotional freeloading. Friendship is a two-way street, not a one-way Uber ride where you're always the driver and they never chip in for fuel. You're always checking in. You're the first to send a birthday message. You show up to their events, help them move, support their business, but when you need something, suddenly they're too busy, too tired, or just plain unavailable. And if you stop reaching out, weeks go by, no message, no. Hey, how have you been? Oh, nothing. That's not friendship. That's you doing the emotional heavy lifting while they ride shotgun. Friendship shouldn't feel like you're constantly auditioning to be in their life. Friendship isn't 50-50, it's 100-100. Number 2, you get good news, they change the subject. You post a win, they're silent. You succeed, and somehow they suddenly have to focus on themselves and disappear. Jealousy, dressed up as fake support, is still jealousy. This one's sneaky, because it hides behind fake smiles and forced congratulations. You share your good news, you got the promotion, your side hustle's growing, you finally booked that holiday and they smile, but something feels off. The mood shifts. They say, wow, must be nice, or I wish I had time for all that. Suddenly you feel guilty for your success, and that's not okay. Supportive friends don't compete with you, they clap for you. They don't resent your glow up, they hand you the lighter. Subtle things to watch out for them. The backhanded compliments, the constant one-upping, the quiet withdrawal every time you're doing well. And number 3, ever open up to a friend and hear, oh, that's nothing, you think you have it bad. Or maybe you share something vulnerable and they respond with, you're being too sensitive, or just get over it, like your pain is a punchline. Let's be clear. Friendship isn't just about being there for the laughs. It's about emotional reciprocity. That means when you're struggling, your feelings matter. A real friend won't compare trauma or minimize what you're going through just because it doesn't fit their emotional timeline. Remember, if someone always makes you feel like your problems are a burden, they're not your safe space. They're your stress amplifier. Number 4, here's the harsh truth. If they gossip to you, they gossip about you. Full stop. Don't think you're the exception. We've all had that friend who always has the tea. Every group, every drama, every secret, they're the first to spill it. And let's be honest, it can feel fun at first, but one day you realize, if they talk like that about everyone else, what do they say about you when you're not around? Gossip isn't just harmless chat, it's character leakage. It tells you how they handle trust. And if they constantly badmouth their other friends to you, there's a 100% chance you're someone else's topic of conversation. Number 5, you say you're tired, they guilt trip you for not hanging out. You need space, they blow up your phone, you say no, and suddenly you're selfish. This is what I call boundary bulldozing. It's when someone steamrolls over your limits, your comfort, or your time and makes you feel bad for protecting your peace. And they'll disguise it as love. But I miss you. You've changed. You're too busy for me now. No, you're just setting healthy limits. And if someone can't respect your no, they never respected your yes in the first place. The key takeaway is that healthy friendships honor your boundaries. Toxic ones make you feel guilty for having any. Let's shift gears, because toxicity doesn't just show up in your group chat or your inner circle. It's showing up in emails, in meetings, in the break room, in Slack messages. Toxic professional relationships can be some of the most mentally exhausting because you can't always walk away instantly. You've got bills to pay, a career to build, a reputation to protect. Number one, the credit takers. You've been grinding for weeks on this project. Long nights, endless research, countless fixes. Then, meeting day comes and someone else presents your work like it was their brainchild. They say things like, "We came up with this." Or worse, they don't mention you at all, and your manager nods, applauds, moves on. Number two, the chronic blame shifters. You've worked with someone like this before, guaranteed. Nothing is ever their fault. Missed deadline, your fault. Miscommunication? You didn't clarify enough. Failed pitch, you didn't prepare them properly. And it's subtle at first. They frame things with phrases like "maybe you should have" or "next time try to," but the undercurrent is always the same. They mess up, you clean it up. Number three. Now here's a red flag that feels like a green one at first. The praise, the flattery, the compliments. They say, "You're the only one I can count on. You're my go-to person. No one does it like you." Feels great, right? But pay attention. When do they say it? Right before they dump extra work on you. Right before they miss a deadline and expect you to fix it. Right before they disappear and leave you holding the bag. Here's a fact. This is conditional validation. It's praise with strings attached, designed to keep you overworking without complaint. You're not being appreciated. You're being played. Number four, the work boundary breakers. Those emails at 11 p.m., those quick calls on weekends, those urgent tasks that somehow always override your time off. Professional respect includes respecting personal time. Here's the deal. Respecting boundaries isn't a personal favor, it's professional etiquette. And if someone consistently violates your time, they're telling you that their urgency outweighs your humanity. Number five, just joking insults. When coworkers constantly make you the punchline and brush it off with, "I'm just joking," guess what? Those jokes are grenades, disguised, and they're eroding your confidence little by little, except you don't feel like laughing because what they're saying doesn't feel like humor. It feels like humiliation. They make fun of your appearance, your accent, your background, your age, all under the umbrella of banter. But here's the thing. Intent doesn't erase impact. If the joke only makes them laugh and leaves you uncomfortable, that's not a joke. That's a power play. By now, you're probably thinking, okay, I've seen some of these red flags in my friendships, in my workplace, maybe even both. So here's the real question. Why do we ignore them? Why do smart, self-aware, emotionally intelligent people tolerate behavior that chips away at their peace? Here are some reasons why. Number one, fear of conflict. We don't want to rock the boat, especially if it's a long-term friendship or a dream job. But let me tell you, ignoring problems doesn't keep the boat steady. It just lets the leaks get worse. Number two, the hope for change. We tell ourselves maybe they'll realize or that they're going through a lot. And you know, while empathy is important, so is recognizing patterns. Hope is a beautiful thing, but patterns are powerful predictors. Number three, if you've been gaslighted before, made to feel like your needs are too much, you might second-guess your instincts. Newsflash, trust your gut. If it feels wrong, it probably is wrong. Number four, low self-worth or self-doubt. Number five, normalized dysfunction. Number six, fear of losing the relationship or the opportunity. So now that we know what red flags look like and why we ignore them, the real question is, what do we do when we spot them? Because awareness without action is like knowing a ship is sinking, but choosing to stay on board because you're scared of the swim. Number one, set clear boundaries. Don't be vague, don't hint. Be crystal clear about what you will and won't accept. And when you set a boundary, enforce it. Boundaries without consequences are just suggestions. Number two, communicate honestly once. You can absolutely have a conversation, especially in friendships or teams. Sometimes people aren't aware. But here's the thing. If you have to repeat yourself more than once, they're not confused. They're choosing. Number 3, don't just hope for change, watch for it. If they apologize just to stop you from leaving, not because they understand the impact, it's not growth, it's manipulation. Number 4, distance with dignity. Sometimes the healthiest move isn't confrontation, it's disconnection. You don't always need to explain. You don't need a dramatic, we're done moment. You can simply step back, engage less, respond slower, prioritize your time elsewhere. Protecting your peace doesn't make you a villain in someone else's story. It makes you the author of your own. Number 5, end it if you must and let it stay ended. Sometimes the hardest but healthiest response is to walk away. From a friend you've known since childhood, from a colleague you shared inside jokes with, even from a client who pays well but treats you like you're disposable. And yes, it will hurt, but it's better to mourn the loss of something unhealthy than to cling to it while it quietly erodes your joy. Toxic friendships and professional relationships can be just as draining, sometimes even more draining than a bad romance. But here's the good news. You get to choose your circle. You get to choose who gets access to your time, your talents, your energy. Every time you walk away from a red flag, you're actually walking towards something better. Respect, peace, growth, and real connection. The truth is, it's not weakness that keeps us stuck in toxic patterns. It's our hope, our loyalty, our history. But none of those things should cost you your peace, your confidence, your sense of self. Your peace is not negotiable. Your worth is not up for debate. Thanks for watching. It's been Mentor's Mindset. So stay curious, stay strong, and remember, protecting your peace isn't selfish, it's sacred. If this really hit home for you, just drop a comment below and tell me one red flag you promise yourself you'll never ignore again. And hey, if you're ready for more mindset shifts, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And if you're not following us on socials yet, what are you waiting for? We're breaking down more of these life-changing topics every week on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter with bite-sized wisdom, tough truths, and the kind of mindset shifts you didn't know you needed. Search at mentors_mindset on every platform and join a community that's done settling for less.